Hell, I didn't even know he was sick until he passed away. We lost touch for only a few months, but apparently during that time, Turner fought a short and intense battle with cancer and lost. And I didn't even have a clue until last week. My gut coils as I think about the day I found out, and all the days after, and I let out a heavy exhale. This past week has not been my finest, and now I'm at the funeral of the only man I ever really considered a father. I didn't even get a chance to tell him goodbye. I inhale, slow and steady, and I crack my knuckles. It's just been a shitty few years all around. Through the windshield, my eyes catch on a gray dress walking away from the casket with hips swinging and blonde hair swishing. I almost didn't recognize Kayla Turner behind those black sunglasses and that cold look she had on. But looking at her now, there's no mistaking. She used to visit her dad in the summer, so every once in a while I'd catch glimpses of her inside the house while I was out mowing the lawn. And there are some faces you just don't forget. Back then, she was all elbows and knees and freckles, but damn if Kayla Turner didn't grow up to be a total knockout. There wasn't a breathing soul in the cemetery today that didn't openly gape at her. I thought the kid in the front row was gonna choke on his own drool, the way he was drinking her in. I'm surprised she bothered to show up. She stopped coming around a few years ago, and I saw how it tore old man Turner up. He missed her fiercely, but that didn't bring her back. It's nice of her to finally visit again. Too bad she waited until her father's funeral to grace him with her presence. With a clenched jaw, I start the engine, back out of my spot, and pull out of the parking lot. Monique purrs as I drive away from the cemetery, and I want to purr right along with her. Cruising down the road eases the pressure in my chest, and I feel like I can breathe again. I put the convertible top down and suck in a lung full of fresh air. Much better. A distant roll of thunder echoes around. I pass a large gated community and a sour taste slips down my throat. Westlake Estates. The place I lived when life was good. Well, not good exactly, but easier. Turning onto the road that leads out of town, I head for work. I have 2 part-time jobs, one at the cell phone store in Copper Springs, and one as a stock boy at the Willow Inn Bed and Breakfast, outside of town. My job at Willow Inn is the only one I actually like, though. Willow Inn is 50 miles south of town, in the middle of nowhere off the freeway. But I make the drive every week because of my awesome boss. Ellen owns and operates the quaint little inn, and in her spare time, she's a guardian angel. Glancing at the time, I realize I have to be at Willow Inn in an hour, and it takes at least that long to get there. Shit. And Monique is low on gas. Double shit. With a muttered curse, I pull into the nearest gas station. A run-down fill-up place that looks closed except for the blinking neon sign that reads O-blank-E-N. And pull up next to a grime-coated gas pump before turning off the engine. Getting out, I count the money in my pocket with a groan before shoving it back inside. As I start to fill Monique up, my phone beeps and I glance down to see another missed call from Eddie. Eddie Perkins is the closest thing Copper Springs has to a professional lawyer. And lately, he's been the bane of my existence. He's left me 8 voicemails in the past week, none of which I've bothered listening to because I'm sure they're all about my dad. But ignoring him doesn't seem to be working. Stepping away from the car, I listen to the most recent voicemail. Hello, Daren. It's Eddie again. I'm not sure if you've received my previous messages, but I've been trying to reach you regarding James Turner. As I'm sure you know, he's passed away. A reading of his will is scheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. at my office, and Mr. Turner's last wishes specifically request that you be present. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, still give me a call so we can discuss the other thing. The message ends and I stare at my phone. Why in the world would James Turner want me at the reading of his will? Unless a thought hits me and it's almost too ridiculous to grasp.